Act 2, Chapter 1. Perfect time to quit. And Chapter 10 was really short. I hardly had any fighting at all. So that was an easy challenge. Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch Act 2 yet, so we'll, I think, leave it here, and I can do some maintenance back in Aron. And then I'll come back here and start the next chapter, I suppose. I have to go find the waypoint in the center of the city, I think, though, so I'm just gonna go run over there first, so...
If you had not come along in that fortress, I would still be in that pit. I am going to get the man who put me there. He will pay dearly, as will all who affront Sartan.
Wasn't the lieutenant the guy who stuck you in a hole? Cause, that was what it looked like. Anyway. Okay, I'll just discover this. There we go. Okay. All done. That was a good session. I will be back to record more. Maybe I'll record more tonight. Who knows? For now, sigh work. Alright, I'm gonna do a short recording tonight, mainly because, I'm tired. That, and, I'm probably gonna have to speak pretty quietly for the remainder of... See, I can't even talk, so it's gonna be a short recording. Got home from work and I was just exhausted. I think the weekend wore me out. Anyways, before we jump into Act 2, I'm just going to finish up a couple of the quests from Act 1. Hopefully with decent frame rate, because Aron is flipping out. It's lagging like crazy. Lagging like 12 frames per second. Every time I move, it just drops. Okay. Oh god, my nose is itchy. Okay. Yes, I would like to talk to this fella here.
Hey, I remember you. Didn't you say you were going to find out about that strange stone in the Temple of Zyria for me? How did that turn out?
Oh, speaking of strange stones, which has nothing to do with strange stones, I'm an idiot. And started recording before I was fully prepared. There we go, that's what I wanted. I just realized I would start getting an echo if I didn't put some headphones on. There we go. Alas, there was nothing unusual. A few treasures, some valuables, but that was it.
Well, you have gone to a lot of trouble on my behalf. So here's something to add to your returns. Hopefully it will make it a little more worth your while. Good day to you.
He seems a little bit upset about it. Grizzled Bar Patron. I just realized that was his name. Just Grizzled Bar Patron. Hey look, it's Vix. The throwing crescent. This is a very loud bar and there's only like 5 people in it. Not even. Okay, so that concludes that quest. I have 2 more quests to complete. One will be completed till Act 3, so I'm not going to worry about it. The other one, I have to go faff about Aman Lu for a while, so we'll go do that. Yeah. Made some more posts about items and stuff on my blog, like posting stream of consciousness whenever I feel like updating it site. Yeah. So we're in Aman Lu and it's on fire. Oh, yeah, before we start, let's go talk to the blacksmith and finish that one quest from Act 1. So that's just down the hill here. There's random dudes running all over the place. Bum, 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 bum. I don't see a blacksmith. There he is.
Hello there. If you want equipment, you should talk to... Wait a minute. You are that mercenary, are you not?
I love how they just insert mercenary in place of winter. Yes, I am.
Well, by Xeria's spear, I just received a package from my brother Feldwer for you. He wanted me to thank you for helping him.
It was nothing. I'm glad he is faring well.
Ah, a fine hero you make too. Though you might make a better one if you had a real hero's weapon to match. Please accept this token of Feldweir's thanks. I hope it serves you well in your travels.
Thank you very much, and send my regards to your brother. I got a Crestus. I think I already have that. I think Sarton just picked that up. Yeah, Lich's Hands. I'm pretty sure I have that in my inventory somewhere. Whee! There's like black ashes falling from the sky. Shit's on fire, man. Alright, that pretty much concludes Act 1 completely, so I'm gonna move on to Act 2 and just gather quests in town. So it's gonna be kind of a meh video, but yeah, at least you'll get to see the whole town in one piece. I'm supposed to talk to the... Ooh, a book. I can steal. I'm supposed to talk to this fella here.
You have returned. Not much of a homecoming, is it, child? Young Draven, did he return as well?
Draven is dead. His blood is on Valdis's hands.
Many suspected as much. The elven heart is sensitive to such passings. He will be well mourned. This game of alliances is hellish to play. A single misstep can bring such terrible atrocities.
Yes, I can see that Valdis was here. Why would he do this to us? Even if we never truly supported his cause, so many have fought in his armies.
Times have changed, my child. You have been away too long to see it, but our role in this war has weakened. At one time, Valdis sought our counsel. He has gone too far now. The power of the sword has consumed him, mind and soul. The tie is severed. Never will the elves bow to the whims of a madman.
I see. What reason could he have for bringing such destruction upon our heads?
Valdis does not listen to reason now. He demanded the relic we have held within our shrine for generations. Even had he spoken courteously as he did once, I would not have given it to him. Still, it did not matter, as the princess had come and taken it already.
Princess Evangeline herself was here? The shrine beneath our home? But I thought that place contained nothing but sentimental trifles. Remembrances of an age long past.
Indeed, my child. You missed her by a few days. There was a precious relic, more dear than all the gold in Valdis's temples. Now that it is gone, I can tell you that the relic was the Aegis of Death.
Aegis of Death? Here in our town?
So, you have heard of this artifact.
I have heard of something called by that name.
The Aegis are objects of great power. The princess pleaded with us to release the one we held, so that she could bring it to the safety of Snowbrook Haven and its full garrison. There, the heart of the resistance wages war against Valdis's forces. With the Aegis, they may have the strength they need to crush his foul army. I could not refuse her.
Crush. I see. You gave it to her, but at what cost? You left the village open, exposed to the wrath of Valdis.
There is more at stake in this war than the safety of one small town. The princess and her royal guards carried the Aegis away on a caravan 3 days ago.
Stara, help us. What will stop Valdis from simply raiding the caravan?
It is safe for now. Its whereabouts are shrouded in a haze not even Amren is able to pierce. And while Valdis is traveling to the castle as well, he will not take the same road. Her Highness meant to go by the old ways through the forests. Still, I fear the Aegis will be vulnerable soon.
Valdis shall not have it. I will go after that cavern and ensure it reaches Haven.
You are no longer driven solely by your own needs, I see. I am proud of you. It seems this place is not the only thing that has changed.
He's just randomly proud of me. Which road did the princess take? I will go after her at once.
Their route was to the south across the bridge. Unfortunately, there's not much left of the bridge now. It has been all we can do just to keep the fires from consuming the town completely. They will not be extinguished by mundane means, I am afraid.
I'm too tired. Does Fenella still call Aman Lu home? Perhaps she could be spared to repair the bridge. She's always been quick to involve herself in such matters.
Aye, she lives here still. Fenella could perform that duty, were she not already occupied. She has taken it upon herself to travel to the Aman Lu Isles. She means to activate the ancient Prism of the Elves and save this town.
The Prism of the Elves? I have been to the Isles as a child, but never knew exactly what purpose the prism served.
The Prism of the Elves was created by our ancestors. Isteru himself filled it with his own energy. It is to be used only in times of dire need, for its power will be greatly diminished long after its healing rains have ceased.
I won't let Voldus do any more damage than he has already. Perhaps I can activate the prism myself and convince Fenella to return and repair the bridge. I must go after the caravan.
You have my blessing, then. I will order the north gate to be unlocked for you. One more thing, my child. You may want to stop by Draven's childhood home. His sister, Driangel, received a letter from him a few months ago, addressed to you.
A letter.
Istara be with you. Make haste. There is no time to lose.
Dun dun dun. What? I apparently received the Aman Lu teleporter stone. And yet I've already activated the teleporter?
Come, Tar. We will find that caravan together.
Very well.
Had you ever seen a half-giant before you met me?
Yes, of course, but none quite so forceful as you.
I love how Lothar is just standing right next to him like, excuse me.
Then it is Ziria's blessing of fortune that Sartan has joined you.
If you say so.
Valdus escaped my clutches once. He will not do it again.
You are confident that you could defeat him?
He would be no match for the strength of the great Sartan.
Sartan.
I am in no hurry to face that monster.
I could protect you from him.
But who would protect me from you?
Lothar is just kind of hanging out here. He's like, right. This guy is a psychopath. And not the good kind of psychopath. Okay, let's go down the hill and talk to what's her face about that letter. And that ain't a euphemism for anything. What was I gonna say? I meant to say euphemism. It's coming out as something else, I'm not too sure what. Wounded elf. Good. God, elves. Whiny little bastards. You're not who I wanted to see, are you?
Sweet lad, I'm glad to see you again, though this day is so dark that your safe return will not brighten it.
Hello again, Driangel. I have something very difficult to tell you.
Yes, I wondered why my brother did not return with you. Please tell me, what happened to him?
Draven fought well, but he was wounded in battle. Valdus betrayed him to his death.
Somehow I knew. My heart has mourned him even before you brought me this final news. My brother was a soldier and sought death in battle. I grieve that he found it. But his passing makes the news I have for you that much more bitter.
News? Tell me, little sister.
Voldus's wrath has taken more from you than my dear brother. Your family has suffered because of his madness.
What do you mean? Where is my family?
When Voldus attacked Aman Lu, they have crossed the final waters to the shining shores beyond. I am sorry.
He just slaughtered your whole family.
Oh, my dear friend, would that I could ease your suffering.
That is it then. The way is clear.
No, please, it is too much. I cannot lose you too. Please.
Oh god. By the grace of Ziria, by the fires of Istara, by all that is holy and dear, Valdus dies. Now, by my hand alone, I swear this upon the blood of my family, which even now cries out from the ground. Yes, I should be like a one-act friggin' play here.
Remember that you have friends here who grieve with you, though we may do so more quietly.
I love you, little sister. Even though you're crying over my words, you will see me again, I promise.
Do not make promises that you may not be able to keep, Melonomen. I cannot give you my blessing in this folly, but I can give you something else. I received a letter from Draven just before Valdis struck. It is addressed to you.
Me? But I was with him. Why would he write me a letter?
I have not read it, so I do not know. Perhaps he suspected that his time was short. At any rate, here it is.
Thank you. Please do not cry, Drea. When next I see you, I will be carrying Valdis's head on a pike. It will be very entertaining. Dance around square and flail it around. Chanting. Oh yeah, so you get this letter from your friend, basically saying that he's dead, and he knew that he was gonna die, and etc, etc. But he tells you must hold on to the amulet, guard it with your life, take courage, etc, etc. Onwards and upwards to what's in here? Books. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god. Oh.
Sweet lad, my good friend. It is good to have you home, even in times as dark as these. When the tragedy hit, I thought of you, and how strong you were when we became lost in the Aman Lu Isles as children. You seem much changed. I was wondering if you could help me with something, if you have the time, of course.
Certainly, Twilight. What? Twillis? Okay. Certainly, Twillis. I have not changed so much as to refuse an old friend. How can I help?
Well, my grandfather died in the tragedy. Crushed, along with everything I hold dear. Save this, his staff. Do you remember it? He entertained us as children with bright and colorful spells. But now I cannot seem to make the staff function. It will not even cast so much as a simple spark.
It's because you fail. I'm sorry about your grandfather, Twillis. He was a very kindly man. Are you sure you're using the staff correctly? Because he was an old, crazy old bastard.
I think so. Grandfather instructed me well. However, he kept referring to the headpiece of the staff, but it no longer has one. I remember it well. It always glowed with the most beautiful swirl of colors. There is no way of knowing what happened to it. I think that I must replace it, but I do not know what reagent is needed. If you would help, old friend, I would be grateful.
I am not familiar with any substance that would create the colors you saw in the headpiece, but I will keep an eye out for such a thing.
You are still the friend I once had. I will do my best to pull myself together, and I wish you good speed. Aman Lu is in need of anything to lift its spirits.
So we're gonna distract it with pretty, pretty colors. Like dangling keys in front of someone's face. Ooh, let's go into her basement and steal stuff. I mean, go into her basement and make sure it's not down here. Look, secret lamp. Secret glowy explosive lamp. Whee! Oh, this is kind of extensive. Oh, I think this is another ghost. See? There's a ghost down here. I don't know if there's anything else, though. Wonder if this chick knows that she has, like, a frickin' crypt or something in her basement. It's got a haunted basement. Huge haunted basement. Why do we have to wait for that? Ugh. Is there something else on the wall there? I guess it's the same lever, so I'm guessing it just closes it again. There are a lot of incantation shrines everywhere. Oh look, another quest. Let's go talk to this chick over here.
May Astara be with you in your journeys. If you seek specialized equipment, I have something you may find intriguing.
Equipment?
Well, not only am I a great marksman and fine trainer of arranged arts, I have some expertise in alchemy. With a little help from you, I could put my latest theory to a test. Would you be willing to help me gather the ingredients?
Very well. What do I have to do?
Excellent. I need you to collect the following reagents: jagged arrowheads, a griffin feather, and an onyx fragment. Hopefully you will come across these ingredients in the forests around Aman Lu.
Okie dokie. Breaking into everybody's houses.
Combat magic has ever been a strength of the elves, and no elf knows more of this art than I. As its guardian, it is my duty to share what I can. Or perhaps you would like to hear an old tale.
Oh good. A tale?
My tale is long and eventful. Do you have the time to sit and hear it?
Good. Aye, tell me the whole story. The details may come in handy.
My tale begins in the sunrise of elven history. Long ago, in the age before this one, the elves were just mastering our gifts of foresight, empathy, and sorcery. In those days, most of the celeb'hel were akin to the mundane folk of Arana, blind to the arcane senses. There were few, however, who had begun to unlock the secrets of the ether world. The most advanced was a young elf, Aron.
I'm sorry you lost me. Start over. Oh, Arinth, that name is familiar for some reason. You know, despite the fact that we kind of encountered him already.
Aron was both a sorcerer and a craftsman. He created a beautiful staff and enchanted it with magics that amplified his abilities in a manner in which no elf had ever thought possible. But...
Go on.
Well, this story does not end happily. Aron's newfound power consumed him, scorching his mind until he was but a raving beast, stronger than all of the celeb'hel, save for two, Ystero and Ystora. It was they, the great leaders of our race, who, linked with the minds of all of our people, were finally able to rip the staff from Aron's hands.
I'm pretty sure I've been saying those two names wrong this entire time, but I am not about to learn now. I'll forget it within the next recording session. What happened next?
Aron's power, while dimmed without his staff, was still great enough to protect them both from final destruction. While Ystero transported Aron to a prison of his making, Ystora separated the staff into its parts and secured them in guarded reliquaries across the continent. Time passed as it always does, and Aron and his staff were relegated to the dusty tomes of legends, all but forgotten.
Reliquaries. I've been saying reliquaries. If Arinth and his staff have been forgotten, how is it you speak of them now?
Indeed, this tale was lost for an age, but as I was cleaning up the mess Valdis left us, I found a strange volume lodged in a crack in the wall. This house once belonged to Kerglithiel the historian, and this book contains his account. If Kerglithiel's words are true, then Aron's staff must still exist, waiting to be found by one who can master it.
Kerglithiel, holy shit. And you think that I can master this weapon? What if it instead masters me? Wink.
That is not an outcome I have seen, Melonomin. Besides, your strength of will is very great. So, will you attempt to find the pieces of Aron's legendary staff? I am certain that I can reassemble and return it to its former glory.
I will try.
Good. I have copied what I need from this book. You may take it. Perhaps it will help you locate the reliquaries containing the staff fragments. It mentions 3. 1 for the focusing stone, 1 for the jeweled shaft, and 1 for the carved rod.
So I'm finding stones, shafts, and rods. Suddenly this is taking an awkward turn. Thank you. Do you have any idea where these reliquaries might be?
Alas, I do not. I am sorry that I cannot offer you more help.
Ah, well, perhaps the book shall give me a clue. Farewell. Alright, well that was an awkward conversation. Little shafts and rods. There's a burning stick over here. Ooh, a pet shop. Let's go say hi. They might have quests too. Indeed they do.
Ooh, that blasted Valdis! I will curse him with my final breath. Many of my animals are dead because of his justice. If you're gonna fight him, though, I'll sell you whatever wretched creatures I have left.
Right after he says that, tell me, how is business been after the Morden?
Business? What business? Aman Lu is a wreck. Oh, I sold pets in Calrathia, but the Morden showed up and caused trouble. So I moved to Aman Lu, thinking it would be safer. Ha! Who would have expected Valdis himself to show up here? An honest man cannot even make a living these days.
I feel like such a troll. So I suppose you would not have anything special, would you?
No, not now. If I were to keep anything valuable here, it would be that beast I once saw a Morden Graw mage summon by accident. It was not huge, but it was very powerful. It had a large metallic horn, and it used some sort of power that stirred the Dervless into a frenzy. They kept attacking it, but to no effect.
I keep wanting to use "that's what she said" after all of the sentences in there. That is all you know?
It is possible that Kartos the Wise might know more about it. But he wouldn't give me the time of day, even if I could find him.
Allow me to help you find this Kartos.
Kartos the Wise was the most powerful magician I have ever met. Unfortunately, he became complacent and took more interest in the bottle than in magic, if you take my meaning.
What happened to him?
He disappeared around the time the Morden attacked Calrathia. Some people think he died during the battle, but others say he just moved to a town somewhere on Greylan Isle.
Is that what you think?
Me? I think he is just in hiding until safer times. He would not be hard to find, what with that yellow robe and the black boots and gloves he always wore. May have looked odd, but he seemed to like it well enough.
He looked like a bumblebee. We should get a puppy. Just a wiener dog. Trots after us. And yaps at the monsters. And then gets eaten by them. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is for another one of the character quests, and it's for Duru.
Greetings, stranger.
Hello, I am Daru, and you must be a prospector.
That I am. How did you know?
No one else would carry such odd tools.
Well, now, I'm ready to quit being a prospector. The only luck I've been having is bad.
How is that possible? The world is full of abandoned riches.
Duru, we must be quick. Ask him to get to the point.
I have this old map, you see. It's supposed to lead to a fabulous treasure, but it's useless. I was going to burn it, but you may have it if you wish, young Dryad.
Well, Duru, I can see how excited you are. We may as well see what this map has to say. Alright, so we got a treasure hunt. This is where the backtracking begins. Oh god. Okay. Just gonna check. I think I have a couple more quests to pick up around town. I'm just kind of going in a circle. I haven't gone to the inn yet. This is gonna be like a half an hour of me just running around in circles. There's something sparkly over there. Sup, guys? Ooh, pick up the stone, pick up the stone.
Interesting. I came here looking for one mark, but here I find another. I was expecting a different target.
I like his accent.